Let's start with today's class. And today we are going to cover the topic of business ethics. Okay. First of all, there is a quote which says that any business which is not based upon ethics, those businesses are not considered beneficial for society. So from this statement, statement, you can make out the importance, that how important ethics are in any business, okay, be it any kind of business. So it reflects that what important part ethics play in an organization, whether that business will be a success or it would be a failure. On a very major level, it depends upon the ethics which are being followed in that business, right? So it is just not a topic or subject. Business ethics, it is also considered as a discipline. It is a full complete discipline in itself. In just like in philosophy, or you take management, you take maths, you take physics. So ethics are taken up as a full-fledged discipline. It shapes and see generally what do we mean when we are saying ethics? It shapes the behavior of individuals. If you see it in very simple words, these are some generally accepted principles which are followed by the or which shape the behavior of the individuals or maybe groups or maybe society, and sometimes the members of a professional organization, right? So these generally accepted principles are your business ethics. So see, business ethics is a complicated and controversial topic. Highly visible business ethics issues influence the public attitude towards business and
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we were talking about the generally accepted principles which are termed as ethics, and these principles help us in shaping the behavior of the individuals and of the society at large. Okay, so when your behavior is conforming to these principles, that is taken as ethical behavior, and when the behavior is not, or when these principles are getting violated, then that becomes unethical, right? But it seems very easy when we are speaking about it, okay, but there are situations, n number of times a situation arises when you don't know whether it is ethical or it is to be considered unethical. So in that situation we term as ethical dilemma. So whether we should be giving it a term of ethical, or we should be giving it a we should be considering it unethical. Take an example of a tobacco company. Okay, so there are some arguments that the tobacco company which is operating, it is unethical, right? So it is not considered ethical. But on the other side, there are some counter arguments which are saying that see, we are mentioning on the tobacco box that it is injurious to health. Then you are not permitted to smoke in the public places. It is not sold in the schools and universities. So after all, after this, it is a human right. If still some person is willing to smoke and willing to buy the tobacco, then you cannot say it, you cannot stop that person. He also has the human rights, under human rights. So see, these kind of situations, it is considered ethical dilemma. Whether it is ethical, some are arguing, some are favoring that it is ethical, some are arguing that no, it's unethical. So that depends. So the field of business ethics concerns questions whether specific business practices are acceptable or no universally accepted approach for resolving ethical issue. If an ethical issue arises, they know some universally standard procedure which will help you in resolving that issue. So these are actually values and judgments which play a critical role in the making of the ethical decision. Ultimately, when you have to decide something on the basis of ethics, so your values and your personal judgment will be playing an important role, right? So ethics can be defined as businesses must earn a profit to survive, but these profits should not come from misconduct. Misconduct in the sense कि कुछ भी गलत तरीके से नहीं आना चाहिए, but businesses are they should be allowed to make the profits, right? But businesses must balance their desires for profits against the needs of the desires of society. That means the profits जो business earn कर रहे हैं, it should not be on the cost of the society. वो earn करें, but there should be some limit. They should not be exploiting the society or any other resource which is for everybody's use, right? तो दे हैव टू पुट अ मार्क कि ओके हमें इतने प्रॉफिट्स करने हैं, बट उसके आगे बियॉन्ड जाके अगर किसी चीज को एक्सप्लॉइट करके कर रहे हैं, दैट वोंट बी फॉर्मिंग अ पार्ट ऑफ business ethics. So see, in business ethics we have morals, principles and values. Sorry, when you combine all these together, it gives us business ethics. See, morals refer to a person's personal philosophies about what is right and what is wrong. Morals vary from each individual to individual. Morally, what I am feeling, it is correct. You might be feeling, no, it's not correct. Because your morals are different, my morals are different, right? So business ethics comprise of your principles, values, norms, and morals, right? So what are principles? Principles are the specific and pervasive boundaries for behavior that should not be violated. Principle हमें क्या है ना, एक boundary दे देता है, which is existing everywhere in all arenas of life. It is existing and you are not supposed to cross that limit or that boundary. Those are your principles which have been defined universally. Then values are enduring beliefs and ideals that socially enforced. Values वो हैं जो हम बचपन से सीखते आ रहे हैं, and वो those values will go with us a long way till we are alive, and वो हमारी सोसाइटी की से इनकलकेट हुई है हमारे अंदर, राइट? सो दोज आर योर वैल्यूज. So investors, employees, customer, interest groups, the legal system and the community often determine whether a specific action is right or wrong or ethical and unethical, right? So क्योंकि जितने भी stakeholders हैं, जितने लोगों को उससे affect हो रहा है, they will be deciding whether that particular activity was ethical or unethical. Then what is the role of ethics in business or in strategy management process? See, it is said कि companies दो तरह की होती हैं, ordinary companies and the extraordinary companies. Those companies which are based on ethical business, ethical basement, or those which are following the ethics in their policies, those will go a long way. सो दैट मीन्स वो एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी कंपनीज वही होंगी जहाँ पे एथिक्स को फॉलो किया जाएगा. एंड यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड a good car companies recalling their defective cars, Suo Motor, or the pharmaceutical companies recalling their medicines because of some substandard chemical being used therein. First of all, कि अगर किसी कंपनी ने कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च कर दिया, कोई कार लॉन्च कर दिया, इन दिस केस वी हैव टेकन अ कार कंपनी, उसके बाद जैसे उसको पता लगता है कि उसके अंदर देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम, they try to recall it from the market. Suo moto means on their own, okay, on their own motion, not because कि किसी ने बोला है या कोई कंप्लेन गई है या सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया है उसके बाद दे आर रिकॉलिंग. नहीं, उनको जैसे ही पता लगा so they took a motion and they try to withdraw it from the market, recalling it, something bringing back, right? So ये फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी को किसी को पता लगा है कि जो उन्होंने मेडिसिन दी थी that is some substandard chemical has been used in it, so they also try to recall it. So these are some of the ethics which are being followed in the organization. One case had happened in Johnson and Johnson जहाँ पे उन्होंने कोई डिफेक्टिव मेडिसिन लॉन्च कर दी थी एंड उसके बाद they got to know कि no there is something wrong with this medicine. उसके बाद they went further, they took one step ahead. उन्होंने अपनी ही मेडिसिन के यूज के अगेंस्ट एक एड कैंप लॉन्च किया था कि डोंट यूज दिस मेडिसिन एंड देन दे रिकॉल्ड द defective medicine, right? So these companies, they might bear a loss, but in the long term it helps them in brand building. Okay, उसकी brand building का उन्हें advantage last में मिलता है. Another case is of Nike. Nike had to bear a protest and retaliation on international agencies. क्या हुआ था, Nike अपने जो बहुत सारे थे they had given to for production के लिए शूज जो है उन्होंने वो आउटसोर्स कर दिया था अफ्रीकन सब कॉन्टिनेंट में. वहां पे क्या होता है, द वर्किंग कंडीशंस आर वेरी ह्यूमिड एंड वेरी सबस्टैंडर्ड इफ यू कंपेयर इट टू द डेवलप्ड नेशंस. तो उस केस में कि जहाँ पे वर्किंग कंडीशन अप टू द मार्क नहीं थी एंड वहां से नाइकी अपने प्रोडक्शन करवा रहा था, सो देयर वाज अ प्रोटेस्ट, सो देन दे हैड टू bring it back. They took it and they started getting it done in US only, right? So there are number of means number of controllable and uncontrollable variables which our organization faces, and there are zillions of ethical dilemma every time, whether we should go for it, whether we should not go for it, which one to adopt. So there is a situation of ethical dilemma every now and then. Then comes elements of स्ट्रेटेजिक में उससे अलग और क्या होता है, सी स्टेक होल्डर्स को दे हैव बेसिक राइट. जो भी स्टेक होल्डर है, बी इट इन्वेस्टर्स, बी इट कंज्यूमर्स, बी इट गवर्नमेंट, बी इट सप्लायर्स, whoever is connected with the organization, their rights should always be respected. In any case, if their rights are getting violated, then that would be a case of unethical behavior from company point of view, right? तो स्टेक होल्डर्स को दे हैव द राइट, जितने भी स्टॉक होल्डर्स हैं, कि उनको जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन है वो एक्यूरेट और टाइमली इंफॉर्मेशन उनको अवेलेबल करवाई जाए, बी इट रिलेटेड टू द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स और रिलेटेड टू अदर अकाउंटिंग स्टेटमेंट्स और देयर रिटर्न और इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो दे शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड एग्जैक्ट एंड एक्यूरेट इंफॉर्मेशन. फिर कस्टमर्स को का भी राइट होता है कि दे शुड बी फुल्ली इन्फॉर्म्ड अबाउट द प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज व्हिच दे कंज्यूम. एम्प्लॉइज को एक सेफ एंड कंडीसिव वर्किंग कंडीशंस मिलनी चाहिए, गुड वर्किंग कंडीशंस, राइट? दिस वाज द केस, दिस वर्किंग कंडीशन वाला केस था जो नाइकी के ऊपर इंप्लीमेंट हुआ था. दे शुड बी गिवन फेयर रिवॉर्ड्स आल्सो. सप्लायर्स के पास सारे राइट होते हैं कि उनके साथ जो आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट डील की है, यू शुड अबाइड बाय द टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस ऑफ दोस अग्रीमेंट्स एंड दोस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उसको निकाल लोगे, राइट? सो उसके बाद कम्युनिटी मीन जनरल पब्लिक, जिसमें गवर्नमेंट भी उसी का पार्ट होता है, कि यू आर नॉट क्रिएटिंग एनी हार्म टू द एनवायरमेंट, आप जो भी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. उसके बाद से आपका सेल्फ रिन्यूएबल सिस्टम होना चाहिए नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज का, एंड द वे यू आर डिस्पोजिंग ऑफ योर एफ्लुएंट्स, दैट इज टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ. After that, see, if we apply this common sense in the realm of business, in the sphere of business, it won't take a rocket science to conclude that an organization must take stakeholders' view into consideration while deciding for the organization, right? तो सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स को अगर कंसीडर करके कोई भी डिसीजन लेते हैं, so that becomes the ethical decision. Automatically itself it becomes ethical decision, because you are thinking of a benefiting all the stakeholders which are associated with it, right? See, it is the top management or the brass of the company which decides कि आपका future में आपको क्या decide करना है. अगर and some principles are so universally accepted that these have been converted into laws. So if anything you are doing against the laws, it is not only unethical, but at the same time it becomes illegal, and then a legal action is taken against you, right? So in such case, see, Tata Motors had to shift their plant from Singur, West Bengal to Sanand, Gujarat. जब उनको सारी शिफ्टिंग करनी थी, it was not a one day work. It costed Tata Motors a lot. They had to bear a huge losses because of this. But what did they do? They trained the people in the nearby villages where they were shifting. गुजरात में उनकी योगा क्लासेस स्टार्ट की, उनको प्रोडक्टिव उनकी स्किल्स में इंक्रीमेंट किया. So what happened then? It helped the Tata Motor to boost their reputation and help the general public at large by generating employment opportunities. So this is something which you go beyond your normal working. Okay, you think of doing something for the society. So it is, that's why it is said that forget about your profit part. Other than that, you have to act ethically is simply the right thing to do. So business which try to give something to the society, that is considered ethical. That will never go unethical, right? क्योंकि business को सब कुछ society से ही मिलता है, तो they should also try to give it back to the society, right? Then comes your types of unethical behaviors. Organization में कितने टाइप के unethical behavior हो सकते हैं, कैसे कैसे हो सकते हैं? Generally जो आपका unethical behavior है, it occurs due to agency problem. Agency problem means these are middle level agency, middle management which implements the decisions. Okay, तो ये वहां पे अगर मैनेजर अपने इंटरेस्ट को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के इंटरेस्ट से पहले लगाता है, so that becomes somewhere unethical. Okay, तो उसमें first way is self dealing. Self dealing means कि when a manager find a way to feather his or her own nest with corporate money. तो क्या होता है, कॉर्पोरेट की मनी को अपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए कहीं भी यूज अगर किया जा रहा है, दैट इज योर, इट इज कंसिडर्ड इलीगल. आफ्टर दैट इंफॉर्मेशन मैनिपुलेशन, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मैनेजर के कंट्रोल में है एंड दे यूज द अथॉरिटी टू डिस्टॉर्ट द इंफॉर्मेशन. ओके, इंफॉर्मेशन को डिस्टॉर्ट कर रहे हैं, उसको मैनिपुलेट कर रहे हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड अनएथिकल. इफ यू रिमेंबर, इट हैड Satyam Computers, Ramalingam Raju case had happened in 2009, I guess. So it is the best example, perfect example of Satyam. Ramalingam Raju ने क्या किया था, सारी financial statements को manipulate कर दिया था, ये दिखाने के लिए कि नहीं कंपनीज के पास बहुत फंड है और उससे स्टेक होल्डर का ऊपर, बट दैट वाज ऑल सरप्टियस. सरप्टियस मींस सीक्रेट डीलिंग्स वो अंदर ही अंदर कर रहा था, एंड इट वाज ऑल फेक. ऊपर से सिर्फ दिखाते आर्टिफिशियल फंड्स थे अवेलेबल, अंदर उसके पास कुछ नहीं था. सो व्हेन इट बिकेम इम्पॉसिबल फॉर हिम टू कैरी, कंटिन्यू करने के लिए उसके पास इम्पॉसिबल हो गया, देन दैट इंफॉर्मेशन इट केम आउट एंड इट ही वाज पनिश्ड फॉर दैट. ओके, it legal action was taken against Ramalingam Raju. Other thing is pharmaceutical company. Suppose कि pharmaceutical company ने कोई मेडिसिन लॉन्च कर दी है, बट उनको इंटरनल रिसर्च से पता लगा कि अभी उस मेडिसिन का कोई नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट नहीं है, but in the long run it can have a side effect, and but it is doing very well in the market. Still, if that company is continuing with that medicine in the market, it would be considered unethical. Then the anti-competitive behavior. Anti-competitive behavior can be done in many ways. Then when you try to exploit your competitors, उसमें आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो, या तो आप आपका प्रोडक्ट को इतने लो प्राइस पे लॉन्च करते हैं कि नो अदर कंपटीटर कैन अफोर्ड टू डू दैट, राइट, जस्ट टू एक्सप्लॉइट देम. और मे बी यू आर वेल टू डू, यू आर एस्टेब्लिश्ड, so you are a big giant, you can afford to do that कि उनको इतने लो प्राइस पे कंज्यूमर्स को दे दो, बट बाकी लोग उस चीज को नहीं कर सकते हैं. The you must have heard of dumping. What is dumping? When we see it on international level, एक कंट्री जब दूसरी कंट्री में अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को एकदम डंप के मींस एकदम स्क्रैप के प्राइस पे, एकदम लोवेस्ट प्राइस पे एक्सपोर्ट करना स्टार्ट कर देती है, दैट इज dump. And so that's why anti dumping laws are there. It is not allowed, right? So anti dumping is, if you see it from international level, अगर आप locally वही काम कर रहे हो, that is also your unethical behavior. So other is your opportunistic exploitation. Opportunistic exploitation means कि आपकी कंपनी, एक जायंट कंपनी उस टाइम उस स्टेज पे है, एक उस लेवल पे है कि जहाँ पे वो कस्टमर्स के सप्लायर्स के किसी भी वैल्यू चेन को जो कस्टमर से कनेक्ट करता है या सप्लायर से कनेक्ट करता है, उस वैल्यू चेन को वो होल्ड कर सकती है, मतलब उसको डोमिनेट कर सकती है. तो उसकी कोई भी टर्म कंडीशन है, अगर आप उसको because of your domination you try to put some very abnormal clause, that is a kind of opportunistic exploitation, because suppliers के पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, कस्टमर्स के पास भी कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, तो आप उसमें कुछ भी आपकी टर्म्स कंडीशन लगा के चीजें कर सकते हो. एंड देन पावर टू ब्रीच अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और रीडिफाइनिंग द टर्म्स ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. आधा अग्रीमेंट पूरा हो चुका है, पिछले 2 साल से चल रहा है, अब आफ्टर 2 years you are trying to change the terms and conditions. Here you are saying you are backing out of the contract, okay, just because कि आपके पास इंडस्ट्री का कंट्रोल है एंड यू आर इन दैट पोजीशन कि आप आगे वाले के पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, तो you have such good bargaining power, so that would be also be considered as a part of unethical behavior. Then another thing is, in economics you must have studied the 2-3 big giants, big companies, they come together and वो क्या करते हैं, they decide all the terms, condition and prices for the product. वो कहते हैं कि नहीं इतना ही प्राइस है, आर्टिफिशियली उस प्राइस को हाई कर देते हैं and everybody is forced to pay that price and they are supposed to buy the product at a higher price. Okay, so that is also called as a collision. Oligopoly में you must have studied it. Then if you are providing the substandard working conditions to your employees, जो काम कर रहे हैं आपके पास, उनकी working conditions are not up to the standard rate, right? So that is also the part of your unethical. It is considered unethical. जैसे the aforementioned Nike case which we had taken, that was a case of substandard working conditions. So इसलिए इंडिया में क्या किया स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने, मिनिमम वेजेस को टाइम टू टाइम रिवाइज करते रहते हैं कि एटलीस्ट दिस मच ऑफ द वेज इज टू बी पेड टू द लेबर्स और द एम्प्लॉइज. इससे नीचे कुछ भी होगा दैट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड इलीगल एंड अनएथिकल. So many laws and many acts have been passed for it, like labor laws, Contract Labor Act, Workmen Compensation Act, etc., so that it helps in providing a good working milieu for the employees. Then another kind of unethical behavior can be your environmental degradation. Environmental degradation means anything which is occurring from the product or services of your organization and which is somehow affecting the environment negatively, right? It can be your air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, or due to the inappropriate dumping of harmful chemicals, or sound pollution, heat waves due to furnace or heavy machines, deforestation, when you are cutting out the trees and it is leading to the soil erosion, and then environmental imbalance. In any way, if it is happening, somehow you are degrading the environment around us, then it is unethical. So ये जो अब हो रहे हैं ना, global warming, nuclear leakage, these are just the results of the environmental degradation. That's why all the organizations are asked to adopt the environmental friendly policies. So all the manufacturing units were ordered to base out of the Delhi. You must be knowing it, and generally it happens, it increases a lot near Diwali. दिवाली के पास जो स्मॉग लेवल है इतना हाई हो जाता है कि it becomes difficult for the residents of Delhi to breathe in that air. So that's why many companies, many manufacturing units were pushed out of the Delhi, that already Delhi is very polluted. See, if those industries are also set up there, then it would make it more difficult for the pollution level to be controlled. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू ट्रीट द वाटर फ्यूम्स, जो भी वो रिलीज करते हैं एटमॉस्फेयर में, दे आर सपोज टू फाइंड आउट अ डिस्पोजेबल वे, डिस्पोजल ऑफ द सेम। सो इसका डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का एनवायरनमेंट पे क्या अफेक्ट आ रहा है। उसके बाद जो सर्टिफिकेट्स हैं जैसे ISO 14001 आर गेटिंग पॉपुलर डे बाय डे, ये वो सर्टिफिकेट होता है, उनको मिलता है जिससे आपका उन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को दैट व्हाटएवर द प्रोसीजर्स यू आर फॉलोइंग, you are taking care of the economy of the environment, and the environmental friendly practices are being followed in your organization. Then another way is corruption. See, corruption can be perpetrated in zillion ways. What do you mean by that? कि corruption को introduce करने के, corruption को perform करने के लिए आपके पास you have n number of ways, right? सो ब्राइब्स में हो, फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट को मैनिपुलेट करके हो, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के थ्रू हो, फंड्स को मिस अप्रोप्रिएटली यूज करके हो, कुछ भी हो। सहारा के जो सुब्रतो रॉय हैं, he was also charged for corruption under unethical behavior because what he had done, he had misappropriately used the investors money into undisclosed activities. इन्वेस्टर से मनी ली बट उनको कहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट किया वो इन्वेस्टर्स को नहीं बताया। Ultimately when the things came on the surface, so he had no justification for that fund which was used by him. And even Ramalinga Raju ने भी ऐसे किया था, financial statements को manipulate किया था, so that was also a kind of case of corruption. See, after this then we know that unethical behavior, what kind of ethical behaviors can be there in an organization, but how, what are the reasons from where this unethical behavior is coming in the organization? What can be the reasons? See, first reason can be your value system. Value system in the sense everybody belongs to a different culture. There is a diverse culture system in our country or worldwide, you say it, right? हर फैमिली का कल्चर अलग होता है, हर फैमिली की वैल्यूज अलग होती हैं, so all of us are belonging to different value system. Suppose there are two employees in an organization. One employee is saying, I am uttermost honest, okay, so I would do anything to be honest with the organization, but it might affect my work. दूसरा बोल रहा है कि नहीं, I'll finish, I've been given this work by the organization, I'll finish my work on time, उसके लिए मुझे थोड़ा सा अगर डिसऑनेस्ट भी होना पड़ता है तो ठीक है। तो व्हाट डू यू से, एक कह रहा है कि काम कंप्लीट नहीं होगा बट आई विल बी ऑनेस्ट, द अदर वन इज सेइंग कि नहीं, मैं काम कंपनी ने मुझे जो अलॉट किया है मैं उसको टाइमली, उसको इफेक्टिवली उसको कंप्लीट करूंगा, उसके लिए अगर थोड़ा सा मुझे डिसऑनेस्टी यूज करनी पड़ती है तो आई विल डू दैट। सो व्हिच वन ऑफ दीज आर करेक्ट और व्हिच वन ऑफ दीज इज राइट? सो हाउ वुड यू डू दैट? दैट इज बिकॉज हैपनिंग फ्रॉम द वैल्यू सिस्टम। उसके वैल्यू सिस्टम ये कहते हैं एंड उसके वैल्यू सिस्टम ये कहते हैं कि आपकी वैल्यूज ये कहती है कि आपको काम आपको जो अलॉट किया है उसको अच्छे से कंप्लीट करो। दूसरा बोलता है कि नहीं, मेरी वैल्यूज ये कहती हैं कि आई हैव टू बी ऑनेस्ट नो मैटर व्हाट, राइट? तो इस केस में क्या होता है, आपको यू आर सपोज टू गो विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल वैल्यूज जो वहां से आई। एक रीजन ये होता है। अनदर रीजन कैन बी people consider economic aspect or economic result of any decision and they forget about the philosophical angle of the decision कि philosophically उसका क्या impact आएगा उस decision का। they are just taking it from the economic point of view। तो जब आप उसका दूसरा एंगल कंसीडर ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो फिलोसफिकल, जहाँ पे आपकी सोसाइटी, एम्प्लॉइज, इन्वेस्टर सब उसका पार्ट है, so then that can be the reason for your unethical behavior। and the third one is when, see, organization is operating in a very complex system, so they are very diverse stakeholders। आपको when you are making a decision you have to decide कि आप कस्टमर के पर्सपेक्टिव को भी ध्यान में रख रहे हो, आप इन्वेस्टर के पर्सपेक्टिव को भी रख रहे हो, आप गवर्नमेंट के पर्सपेक्टिव को भी रख रहे हो, आप सोसाइटी के पर्सपेक्टिव को भी रख रहे हो। सो समटाइम्स you are not in that position that you give a proper weightage to the right decision from everybody's perspective। so उस केस में क्या हो जाता है कि जब हम वो सब चीजें कैलकुलेट कंसीडर नहीं कर पाते, it leads a confusion and out of confusion you might end up taking up a unethical decision, right? and The other very easy reason is which everybody states is कि मैं अभी जो कर रहा हूँ ये अनएथिकल होगा, बट अल्टीमेटली जो एक बड़े लेवल पे मैं अचीव होगा, मेरा जो रिजल्ट आएगा दैट वुड बी एथिकल. तो आप इसको क्यों कंसीडर कर रहे हो? दे जस्टिफाइड दिस वे, राइट? कि आप इसको मत कंसीडर करो, आप ये कंसीडर करो कि जो अल्टीमेटली मेरा आउटकम होगा दैट वुड बी एथिकल. So these can be some of the reasons that why this unethical behavior prevails in the organization, right? Then what are the things you can consider which will help you in ensuring ethical behavior? What all steps can be taken for that? First of all, see, when you are trying to recruit the people for your organization, you should try to take on board the people with very high ethical standards, with very high moral values. How do you decide that? आपकी एक बहुत सुपीरियर एक्विजिशन पॉलिसी होनी चाहिए आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, कि जब वो पीपल को एक्वायर करती हैं वहां पे दे आर डूइंग द इंटरव्यू, और मे बी यू कैन यूज द स्केल्स, यू नो, योर क्वेश्चनियर्स. जैसे कि दो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट वेरिएबल होते हैं, जॉब एंड पर्सन जॉब फिट एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जॉब फिट. इन वेरिएबल्स को आप उस क्वेश्चनर में डाल के यू कैन आस्क देम टू फिल इट, सो यू विल गेट टू नो देयर एथिकल ओरिएंटेशन. आपको उनकी ओरिएंटेशन पता लग जाएगा. अगर आपकी उनकी ओरिएंटेशन, दे आर गुड ऑन ओरिएंटेशन, then you will end up taking on board the people who are similar to your organization standards, right? So there will be very less discrepancies when they will be performing their jobs. आपको वो गैप नहीं मिलेगा फिर. The other thing which can be done is referral programs. Referral programs means आप जब न्यू रिक्रूटमेंट कर रहे हैं, यू आर टेकिंग द रेफरल्स फ्रॉम योर एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉइज. सी, आपका एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉय जो है वो आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के वैल्यूज को, नॉर्म्स को भी जानता है, एथिक्स को, एंड दैट पर्सन वाज द पर्सन यू वांट टू हायर आल्सो. उस न्यू रिक्रूटर को भी जानता है अच्छे से. सो दैट पर्सन कैन ऑलवेज एक्सप्लेन टू दैट पर्सन कि यहाँ पे बहुत एथिकली काम होता है, ये वैल्यूज है, इनकी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है. अगर उसको बंदे को सूट करेंगी, then that person will be hired, or that person would be interested. If he feels ki nahi, not my kind of organization, that person won't be taken up. Okay, because they are already working in the organization, they know the organization culture and values very well, so it is a very good way. Other way can be your reference checks. Reference checks means ki the before hiring a new person, where that person was working, तो वहाँ के जो एम्प्लॉयर थे उनसे आप उनका पूछ सकते हो कि what kind of person he was, या फिर पुलिस वेरिफिकेशन से what kind of did he ever perform anything unethical, did he do anything illegal, okay, when he was working with you. So reference checks can be other way which will help you in ensuring the ethical behavior in the organization. And the other two ways are promotions. Promotions means कि when you are promoting the employees in your organization from one hierarchy to another hierarchy, if you are giving due importance to the ethical values, then obviously everybody will try to imbibe those ethical values. Then they will try to inculcate those values, because they know your promotion will be based on the ethical values with which you are performing your job in the organization, right? So when they know that values को कुछ weightage मिल रही है, तभी तो कोई उसको inculcate करेगा ना. Then code of conduct. Every organization must have a code of conduct, so that their employees can be guided time to time that how things are to be decided ethical, right? उसमें आपका code of conduct में major points उसमें आप सारे वो डाल देते हो, and उसमें then you see कि every decision is to be taken in while taking any decision, these points are to be kept in mind, and then you take up a decision, right? So these are some of the ways which will help in ensuring the ethical behavior in the organization. So that's all about your business ethics. Hope it is clear.